Howdy, I'm Shannon and this is the Wanderluster. Today I'm going to be spilling the tea on why I'm choosing minimalism. Welcome back. This is the Wanderluster, where each week we explore topics that will help you spark your sense of adventure and live an amazing life on your own terms. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about my journey towards minimalism, what brought it on, what I'm experiencing, and why I think minimalism is an awesome pursuit, even if you're not a perfect minimalist, which if I were to pan around this room right now, you would clearly see I am not anywhere near a minimalist, but I'm working towards it. And, taking a step back, what brought me on this path of exploring minimalism and choosing minimalism was that I was actually raised in a hoarding household. If you've ever seen the show Hoarders, you probably know that people are going through some emotional trauma and they use stuff to deal with life's ups and downs, and it sometimes becomes an unhealthy addiction, an unhealthy thought process and pattern that your life becomes filled with things, to the point where it starts shoving the people away from you. And, the sources of your pain are now numbed by this stuff. Long story short, when I was 16 years old, I actually left my home where my mom and stepfather left and went to go live with my paternal grandmother. And my paternal grandmother was not a hoarder. In fact, she was raised in the Great Depression, and everything that she spent money on had to have a purpose. Now, there are some people that grew up in the Great Depression and they kept everything. My grandmother's response was, I don't even want to spend money on it in the first place, so if we could do without, we should do without. And she was immaculately clean. So you could imagine growing up in a household when I was younger where stuff was a salve for our emotional problems, and our rooms were stacked high with stuff. Stuff was all over the floor, all the bookshelves were full, all the drawers were full, all the closets were overflowing with stuff. Suddenly I move in at age 16 with my grandmother, who is not a minimalist, but definitely probably more on that end of the scale. And it started me down this very long path of trying to explore my over attachment to things and the story that I tell myself with the stuff that I buy and keep around. So that was when I was 16. I am now 32, so long story short, it's been a long journey for me. But I've been going down this road simply because I moved into my new house about a year and a half ago, and I am drowning in my own stuff. I'm gonna be real here. I have a whole bunch of old running gear I don't use anymore, a whole bunch of craft projects I don't use anymore, and I started to take a step back from all the stuff that was driving me insane and realizing that the stuff I was telling myself I needed was distracting from the life that I really wanted to have. I have so much stuff in my office that I can't even use my work desk. My drawers were over cluttered with things, of projects that I know I'm never going to start, scrapbooks I won't finish. And you can imagine there's a lot of emotional baggage that comes with that. And so I think a few months ago after I moved into this house, I just got to a tipping point where I was like, I can't do this anymore, and I need to start taking the time and doing the heavy emotional lifting of asking why I have this stuff in the first place, and that's been a long journey, I'll be honest. One other thing that's got me going down the minimalist path was after reading Marie Kondo's The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up, which painted a very stark and different picture from the life I'm leading now. And I simply put myself in the shoes of somebody who really enjoys everything that's around them. The idea that I don't have to sift through all of this crud to get what I need, and also everything around me is treasured and cherished, useful and wanted in my life, that everything I have around me is easy to find and it's exactly what I want. It's the one thing with no clutter, no excess. It's the one thing I want. When I open the drawer, I find the pen that I love to use, not 50 pens I don't enjoy using. When I open my closet, I find the 5 or 6 shirts that I really, really love, not 7 or 8 dresses I feel guilty I paid too much money for and keep around out of guilt. When I open up my desk drawer, I have everything I need. I don't have old planners there. I don't have anything that no longer serves me. I just have the books, the planners, and the tools that really help move me forward, not the stuff that I think I should have. I just love the idea, kind of like when you pack perfectly for a trip, right? And you go somewhere new, you arrive at your destination, you open your suitcase, and you're thrilled to find that you packed everything you needed for this trip. You didn't pack anything extra in your suitcase. You got exactly what you needed for any inclement weather, lounging on the beach, exploring a new town, or simply just lounging and enjoying your day. You have exactly what you need and nothing you don't. And I know the couple times I've traveled, especially after I packed really light on my last 2 trips to Europe, I love the idea of having exactly what I need and nothing I don't, and being able to be nimble and being agile so I can just take what I need and enjoy everything that's in my space. I also recently read an amazing book by Kate Flanders called The Year of Less. This book is life-changing. Preach. It is life freaking changing. This book was eye-opening to my relationship with things, and Kate does an excellent job of talking about her relationship with stuff and how stuff can kind of be an addiction, how it can be a numbing agent, how it can be a distraction, and how stuff can also be very toxic, where we start to go into debt and we start to stay in relationships and holding patterns and behavior patterns to hide from how we feel. This summary of the book doesn't do it justice, but I would highly recommend you check out Kate Flanders' The Year of Less. Really, really a great read. I finished this in like a weekend. I couldn't put it down. It was so good, so good. Anyway, I hope you'll check it out. As I've started unpacking my unhealthy emotional attachment to things, I started to realize that I've been writing off my future and even my joy in the present with stuff. How many times have we gone to the store and we get that emotional rush in buying something? And we tell ourselves that we'll buy these shoes, we'll buy this exercise equipment, we'll buy this makeup, we'll buy these vitamins, we'll buy X, Y, or Z, or these books that we're never going to read because it will make us the person we want to be. We spend a lot of money saying, someday I'll be better and I surely need this book or this expensive journal or this day planner or this new equipment, this new computer or this new phone to help me get there, instead of owning the moment we're in now. We write off our progress for some future date, thinking that this new camera, this new widget, this new gadget will be the tool that we need to get there. But unfortunately, we abdicate our own empowerment in the process. We totally write ourselves off as the only mechanism that will help us get to where we want to go, and we remove ourselves from the responsibility of simply taking action on becoming who we think we need to be. Also, with the joy of marketing out there, we often sell ourselves short in the present, and that's something I've really had to come to own, is that by telling myself I'll be more fit, thinner, prettier, better, smarter, more well-rounded, I'll wake up and journal every morning in the future and I buy this stuff to help me get there, I lose the fact that I'm okay now, that I'm fine, that I don't need to keep consuming to be a better, good person. I simply just need to take action and also lean into the process of becoming that person and be the mess that you are and embrace it for who you are. No amount of stuff, books on your shelf, pens in your office desk, no amount of gadgets or widgets will help you become the better person. You have to be the better person, and quite frankly, you're already good enough as it is. Stuff isn't gonna fix you. And really, one of the biggest reasons I'm pursuing minimalism is simply because I want more money. I want to spend less money so I have more money and time to pursue the things I really love. I was spending so much money and time pursuing things, paying for things, organizing things, seeking out things, returning things, managing things, that I feel that it was starting to detract from the pursuit of the adventure I want to have. Now, I'm 32 years old now. I don't have any kids. I don't have a husband. I own my house here in Texas, which yay, but I don't really know what the future holds. I really want freedom more than I want stuff, and I can do that by A, not weighing myself down with too much stuff, and B, having the room in my budget that if a loved one calls me tomorrow and says that I need to pick up and go and take care of them, I can do that. If I'm diagnosed with a really challenging illness beyond what I've already faced, something like cancer or getting really ill, getting hit by a car, a cataclysmic event, I want to be financially ready for that as well. Or if I get a job offer in Amsterdam or Japan or Germany or something really cool like that I would be able to explore that option, because with relative ease, I could fit it into my budget and I could fit it into my life to live the life I want and pursue whatever opportunities may come down the pipeline. I have lived most of my 20s with scarcity, and now I want to pursue abundance. And I've realized that abundance doesn't come by trying to accumulate more, trying to get more, trying to shove more stuff into your space. Abundance realizes that you have enough. already, and that there's more where that came from, and that you will have exactly what you need. But if you want everything, you'll never get it. And so I've really been trying to make more room in my life and room in my budget to pursue whatever's next, because as of this recording in October 2018, I don't know what's next. And that's kind of an exciting place to be. And I want to make room in my life for whatever comes next. And I'm going to put all of my dollars towards that sense of adventure, because I have to walk the walk and talk the talk and budget the budget and do all the stuff that no matter what comes down the pipeline, I could be ready for it. And that's kind of exciting. And anyway, that's this week's vlog. I hope to see you again next week. I will be uploading weekly videos on life optimization, travel, health and wellness, and also minimalism. So if you'd like to join me on my journey, I would absolutely be honored to be a part of yours as well. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today. Hit that subscribe button if you'd like to see more, and I will see you guys next week. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.